Where were you on 9/11? It's a question we seem to ask every year, and especially 10, 15, and now 20 years later. The rubble may be cleared, but yet on the soul of our nation, on the soul of our existence, stands this mark, this debris, the scar, this irritating hole within our existence. A reminder constantly of the vulnerability that we felt that day, of the pain and the anger and the angst that we felt that day. I remember where I was on 9/11, but that's not a memory that I like to focus on. I want to tell you the memory that I do focus on. I focus on the day after. You see, on 9/11, I remember specifically how crazy life got and how afraid we all became and how vulnerable we all felt. We were looking for an enemy. We were looking for anyone to go punch in the face. We were just so filled with raw emotion. And so when I remember, I don't remember that moment. I remember the next day. Because you see, the day after, I saw all political arguments that seemed to be so important the day before fade away. I saw our nation rise up and gather together because we knew that we were better together. I saw us rise up not against some common enemy, but with a common good and a focus towards helping out one another. No matter what the obstacle was, no matter what was happening around us, we were willing to reach out our hand to those we disagreed with just the day before. We were willing to stop and listen to the anger and the pain and the hatred. We were willing to stop and wake up and simply treat one another as human beings. That's what I remember 20 years later. I remember that we acted as humanity. I remember nations gathering with us to say this was wrong, this was something that shouldn't have happened. Innocent civilians had been killed. I remember the pride that we all felt, with flags waving, not because of some fake loyalty or my nation right or wrong, but because of a stance that we all took that said, this is not how the story ends, that we'll rise up together. As we all start talking about where we were, as we all start having that memories and moments where we share what was going on that day, especially with those that weren't even born yet, let us not just share the events of 2 buildings demolished by airplanes, or the Pentagon being struck down, or even Flight 93 with those heroes. Let us also remember what we did after, how we treated each other, how we were better because of an instinctiveness that it was within us that said, we can be better. Let us be the nation that said, united we will stand. United we will be a community. United we will make a difference. That's my challenge to you, as a pastor, as an American, as someone who believes that our faith can make us better. Let us join together. Amen.